Unity. Yeah. One body, one mind. One mind, one spirit. One spirit, one mind. Gotta make the world feel it. One body, one mind. One mind, one spirit. One spirit, one mind. Gotta make the world feel it. One body, one mind. One mind, one spirit. One spirit, one mind. Gotta make the world feel it. Feel it. Gotta make the world feel it. Feel it. Yeah. Gotta make the world feel it.
One body, one mind.
My brother walking across. You got a couple seconds. Come talk with me for a second. I got one question before you go. Are you familiar with what's going on at the border right now of Mexico and Texas? Are you familiar with what's going on with our children? So what's going on right now?
They're holding the kids, right?
So they're holding the kids. Did you know that the Bible prophesied that? Because we don't never read that in the Christian church. I know when I was there, I never heard it. But I want you to hear this before you leave. What's your name?
Aaron.
You said what?
Aaron.
Aaron? All right, I'm Azariah.
Aaron.
So listen to this right quick. Huh?
Aaron.
Aaron. Oh, Aaron. That's a powerful name. A strong Levite name. But what? I got a question for you. What's your nationality? Do you know?
Hispanic.
So-called Hispanic, right? What does Hispanic mean? Because those children in those cages, they believe they're Hispanic too. But what does Hispanic actually mean? There's power in words. There's power in your name. So what does Hispanic mean?
I guess it comes from Latin America?
It comes from Latin America, which is the language, but it says Hispanic actually means the property of Spain. So when you say, I'm Aaron and I'm Hispanic, you're saying, no, I'm Aaron and I'm a slave to Spain. Right. Are you a slave to Spain? Because we got images. I want to show you this. Give me a couple seconds. Just come look right quick. I want to show you these signs right quick. We have all this stuff out here for identifiers so you can remember who you are. Remember who you are. You said Aaron, right? Yeah. So I'm Azariah. Nice to meet you, bro. So are you familiar with this history? When did this happen? A time frame that this happened to the, and I say so-called, the so-called Latinos, the so-called Native Americans. When did this happen? You familiar with, you remember the song they taught in school, Columbus sailed the ocean blue, 1492? You remember that song they used to teach our kids? I learned it. I remember they taught it to me. But when you look at this history is being taken out of the history books. That's right. This history right here is being taken out of the new translations of the Bible. The Bible we have right here, the KJV 1611, this is the Bible that's going to show you and make you remember all this stuff that happened. Let's read verse 32. So, verse 15. Verse 15. Yes, sir. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. So, Aaron, I'm going to give you a couple scriptures. I know you got to run, you press for time. But there are some things that you got to hear before you leave. Read. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God. So God was telling us, as a nation, the so-called blacks and Hispanics are one nation of people. We are the Israelites. So where would you find yourself on this sign of God's chosen people? Right here is God's chosen people. But right here is what our oppressors gave us in slavery. So where would you find yourself, Brother Aaron?
Probably Mexican.
So probably Mexican, right? Probably Mexican. So what does God call you?
Son?
Issachar. That's what God calls you. This is the thing. This is a great day. Because how old are you, Brother Aaron?
35.
35 years old. So in your whole 35 years of life, you never heard that God calls you Issachar. God calls you my higher. Right. You never heard that. You always was taught, I'm a Latinx. I'm a Hispanic, a property of Spain. I'm a Mexican. They never told you how powerful it is to be called the Israelites. This is your true nationality. This is your true history. Read. Deuteronomy 28, verse 15. Read. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, Read. To observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day. So we got an ultimatum. You have children, Aaron? So I got children. You are somebody's child. What happens when you don't listen to your parents? What happens to you? You get some kind of chastisement. He said SH goes bad. This is when SH went bad for us. This is what happened. God said if we didn't listen and hearken to the commandments and do the commandments, what would happen to us as a people? That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. So Brother Aaron, as you've been speaking with me so far, you seem smart. Is the curse a good thing or a bad thing? It ain't never been good, right? So God said if we didn't listen and do the things he told us to do, that all these curses would come upon us as a people and overtake us, all right? So I'm going to give you one of the curses that we spoke about earlier just to make sure you understand what we're trying to say. Because it's not only happening to the so-called blacks, it's not only happening to the so-called natives, but it's happening to the Hispanics just as well. All right, watch this, verse 32.
Verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
So does that sound familiar to you right now? If I want to read it again. We want to make sure you get it.
Yeah, I don't.
Got you. Well, look, this is the thing. This is where you said that you don't read it that much, right?
No.
Because we disconnected from our heritage.
Right.
This Bible has always been our heritage. When you look at the Hispanics and natives, they always kept the customs of the Bible. They always kept that.
Right.
We were speaking Hebrew before they came and gave you Spanish. Mexicans wasn't speaking Spanish when they got here in 1492.
Teach.
They brought Hebrew translators. Why? Because y'all are the people of God.
Right.
The so-called Hispanics, the so-called Mexicans are the tribe of Issachar in the Bible. All right? Read.
Thy sons and thy daughters.
Slow down a little bit.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
So God is telling you one of the curses that was going to happen to the so-called Hispanics, the so-called natives, the so-called blacks, the Israelites, that our sons and daughters will be given away to another people. So are you familiar with that happening? When did that happen mainly? What's the first thing you think about? Think about slavery. You think about 1492. But now, remember, these things are going to keep happening over and over again to remind us who we are. So when is this happening right now? Down at the border. You don't only have Mexican children, you got El Salvadorian children. You got Honduran children. You got Guatemalan children. You got Panamanian children. It's not just the so-called Mexicans. They're all down there in cages like dogs. Which one? Oh, right here. Okay. So when you're looking at all these names, every one of these names, when you look from Ephraim on down, a lot of these people are in cages right now. A lot of these people have their children that have been taken away from them year by year. 2 years ago, we had a rally at the Capitol. We were out there passing out flyers. They were fighting for our children. The children never came back. Let's read what the Bible says.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
So when you look at the news, what are the mothers and fathers doing because their children are gone? What are they doing? They're crying. They're weeping.
Right.
Pain in their eyes, pain in their heart because they can't get their children back. Why? Don't Mexico have a military? Don't Mexico have an army?
Teach.
So why are their children captive in America, but the army ain't fighting for them? Why is there not a militia fighting for the children? Because God said he was going to do this to us. God said he was going to do this to our people because of our disobedience. All right, read.
And there shall be no might in thine hand.
What did God say?
And there shall be no might in thine hand.
So, Brother Aaron, what this proves right here, that if your people, not just you because you don't have children, but if your people fit this, then this is talking about you.
Right.
So what's your nationality? According to God.
Issachar.
Say it with some power. What is it?
Issachar. Issachar.
Brother Aaron understands that he is from the tribe of Issachar.
Right.
But one thing is, I got more questions before you go. Why did this stuff happen? Why did the curse happen to us? What did we do wrong? Think about what we just read a minute ago. What did we do wrong as a people?
Disobedient, right?
Verse 45. Verse 45.
Deuteronomy.
And look, we understand. We're not rushing you. We want to make sure you get this before you walk off, because you might be the next brother to go teach thousands. You might be the next brother to come in and learn and repent. And you might be the one that gets us out of captivity. We don't know. All right, watch this.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee.
So God said that curses was going to come upon us and pursue us. What does it mean when you're in a high-speed pursuit? Whenever you're in a car, you're in a high-speed pursuit, what are the police doing to you? They're chasing you. God said that the curses were going to come upon you and pursue you. So it don't matter if you live on the east side. It don't matter if you live on the west side. The curse is going to follow you wherever you go. You can leave America, they're going to follow you to England. They're going to follow you to Africa. They're going to follow you to South America. They'll follow you to the Caribbean.
Right.
It don't matter because of our disobedience. Read.
And overtake thee.
And eventually they will catch up to you, because we could be good for a little while. We might get a little stimulus check, get from under that burden of debt, but then 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, we back in debt again. Read.
Till thou be destroyed.
Until we be destroyed as a people. So why did the stuff happen? What did we do wrong? Read verse 46.
because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
All praises. Because we hearkened not unto the voice of the Lord our God. Because we didn't listen to the voice of God. So why did it happen?
We didn't listen.
Because we didn't listen to God. Read.
To keep his commandments.
But what's the bigger part? Because we in the churches all the time. What didn't we do? We didn't listen and we didn't do what? Keep the commandments.
Right.
So you understand that, right? What's going on, my brother? Come up. Come up.
Jose, say
Brother.
you believe in the Bible.
Brother Jose? All right, so this is Brother Aaron. What's your nationality?
Mexican American.
So let me ask you a question. I'm gonna use you to teach him. According to the Bible, Brother Aaron, tell your brother what his true nationality is.
Issachar, okay?
You're Issachar according to the Bible.
Yes, yes.
So look, but wait, before you go, I want to show you one thing that you keep when you leave, because you might not know this. Give me Leviticus 21:5. What I want you to see, I want to show you something that a lot of so-called Mexican Americans don't do, because they think it makes them look dirty, they can't get a good job. But God says this is beautiful according to the Bible. Watch this. Leviticus 21:5.
Yes, sir. Leviticus chapter 21 and verse 5.
Read.
Thou shalt not make baldness upon thy head, neither shalt thou shave off the corner of thy beard.
So a lot of the so-called Mexicans would like you see the Aztecs, you see the brothers that are in the gangs, they like to bald their heads a lot, right? Read the last part.
Neither shalt thou shave off the corner, nor make any cuttings in thy flesh.
What you see a lot of Mexican Americans do, they shave their head bald, they shave their face bald, and then they'll make cuttings in the flesh, meaning tattoos. They'll have a lot of tattoos on their faces, on their heads. Is that your people? Do you know that a lot of people that do that? A lot of so-called Mexican brothers that I meet out here, they do that. God says you should not do that. So how are you keeping this law right now? Take that mask off for 2 seconds. Show that beard, man. You see this beard? This is a mighty beard. This is a powerful beard. Who got the Zondervan? You got it? Because I want you to see this, because it's a different image that you bring into the people. Just by having a beard on your face, you look like a mighty man.
Right.
What's the difference between a male lion and a female lion? The mane. What is the difference? Because when you see a female lion, you see a woman, you see feminine. But when you see that male lion stand up, you see that mane on him. Oh, it's something different now. Let's read. We're gonna get a dictionary, right? Because we do more than just quote scriptures. We're gonna bring out the Bible. We're gonna teach the truth, and we're gonna show you why it says that with biblical definitions. Read.
The Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. Definition of beard: a badge of manly dignity.
So God calls your beard a badge of manly dignity. What's the difference between a security officer and a policeman? That badge. Because you might have an armed security guard, but he still got to hold you down until the real police get here. What is it telling you? You are the real man whenever you keep the commandments and keep that beard on your face.
Right.
That's what God is telling you. All right, but listen, before you go, one more time. Brother Aaron, what is your nationality?
Issachar.
One more time.
Issachar.
That's right, ICS came against the so-called Mexicans in 1503. The Spaniards, where is Spain located?
Europe.
It's in Europe. Let's look at the sign. Where is Europe at on this sign? Right here. America is on the other side of the earth, right? Watch what God said. Read it again.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
God said he was going to bring a nation against us from far, right? So, you said it was the Spaniards. Hernan Cortez came and conquered the Aztecs in 1503. That's what happened to your people. That's your history, right? Remember, we're trying to prove to you that your history is found in the Bible. When you see the images, what happened? You see they carried y'all away captive 127 years before the so-called Negro got to America. Before the so-called Negro got here, 127 years, y'all had already been taken away from the shores of America. All right? Read.
From the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth.
So God, this is God's word. He's trying to give you a hint on who those people are. He said, as swift as the eagle flieth. Who has their national symbol as the eagle? America is a big one.
Right.
Who else? You see Greek? The Greek coin had the eagle. The Roman coins had the eagle. The Spaniards, the Spanish coin had the eagle. These are the people that you said what? They came and conquered your people. Didn't God say it was going to happen? So is this your history in the Bible? So we're going to keep reading it. Let's go.
A nation.
Go back.
Yes, sir. As
In that part, yes.
As swift as the eagle flieth.
He said, as swift as the eagle flieth. So not only the Spaniards, but the Portuguese. Not only them, but the Germans, the Russians, the Dutch. All those people came and conquered the so-called Hispanics. All right, read on.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
So as we keep going in this history lesson, God said that that nation will have a tongue we didn't understand. Did the so-called Mexicans speak Spanish when they got here? They didn't speak Spanish. The so-called Mexicans never speak Spanish. And it bothers me, it baffles me when I hear Mexican people say, oh, you're not of the culture if you can't speak the language. That was never your language. Spanish was never the language of the so-called Mexican. All right, read.
A nation of fierce continents.
Read.
Which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
So while we keep going, the conquistadors, when they came, did they care if you were a grown man or a little baby? Did they care if you were an old man or a young child? No. But when you look at this stuff, I want to show you this sign. Look at it. You see right here, they had, where is this right here? Right here. Can you see that? Can you see it good? What does he have in his hand right there? What does he have in his hand? No. Right here on that side. You see the legs? That is a baby. And this is a wall. This is a depiction of something that this man, Bartolomé de las Casas, he wrote a book and drew images of the things he's seen.
Right.
One of the things he's seen is that the Spaniards came and took our children by the feet and smashed their heads against the stones. This is the evil that happened to our people. You have to believe and understand that this was written how long ago? Thousands of years before it happened. This was here and written before Catholicism. All right, read on.
A nation of fierce continents, which shall not regard the persons of old, nor show favor to the young.
So, brother Jose, who did this to our people?
The white man, mankind.
No, not mankind. Who did it? I want you to be, you said it, but I want you to be real with it, because what it is, it's in the history books. It's not like we speaking something, it's not hate. It's history, it's facts. It's in the Bible. The same Bible on everybody's mantle collecting dust.
Right.
In every hotel room when that pastor is sleeping with another woman other than his wife, it's right there in the Bible.
Yep.
So who did it? No. Yeah, you can say that. Satan. But who actually did it? Let's read it again. It says what? The Lord.
Jump up. Hey,
The Lord.
the Lord, verse 48. Therefore,
Go ahead.
verse 49.
Thank you.
Verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee.
So who did it? Who actually did it? But who did it? Who caused the so-called white man to come and do this to us? Who actually did it though? What the Bible say? I want you to connect the dots with us. Stay with us. Stay with us. Read it again.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from forth.
So who brought Hernan Cortez and the rest of the conquistadors to this side of the earth to do that to us? Who actually put it in order? Who put it in action? No, read it again. Slow down. Hey, and don't be embarrassed or nothing like this. A lot of people never get this knowledge in their life. All right, read.
Verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from forth.
Where did they come from? They came from Spain. Hernan Cortez, 1503. Christopher Columbus, 1492. Hazel, come up, sis. Come talk with us. So when you read about this history, remember, what is your nationality in the Bible? Issachar in the Bible. All right. So what happened to the Issacharites in the Bible? By who? By the Spaniards. Didn't the Bible just read that? But who sent the Spanish against us? That's the kicker. Who did it? Read that verse one more time and slow down. First two words.
Verse 49. The Lord.
Read it again.
The Lord.
Read one more time.
The Lord.
Who did it?
The Lord.
The Lord God did it. The Bible does not depict God as a hugs and kisses kind of brother. God is a man of war. This is the same God that killed the Egyptians' firstborn. And we celebrating that thing tonight.
Bring it out.
This is the same God that decided to put a people in slavery on ships because we didn't want to keep his word.
Right.
This is that God. This ain't the God of this right here. This ain't the God that they brought with Catholicism. No. The God of this Bible said, he was going to send people against you from far because of our disobedience.
Right.
So do you...
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.